Hello. Welcome to Mini Vlog Monday. It's a random Monday night and I will be tier ranking skincare brands that I've tried. I consider myself to be a skincare connoisseur. I was a 10-step Korean skincare, toner, essence, ampule type girly, and that is my only credential. So without further ado, let's get started. So here is our tier list. With all the brands that I chose, I made sure that I at least tried 3 of these brands' products, and one of them has to be a viral product. I created 5 categories. We'll start with our bottom tier, which is never repurchasing again. This is the lowest of the low. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a hater of the brand. Obviously, it made it to this tier list, which means I kept buying their products. But after months to years of using this brand, I have concluded that it's just not the one for me. Next, we have a little iffy. These products are just okay. Either I haven't seen results yet, or they have some good products, but mostly meh. Next is pretty good. This also means okay, but more like okay, rather than like okay. Next, we have It's a Staple. This is something I always want to be stocked on my shelves. And lastly, we have I Will Die on This Hill. This is a holy grail brand. This is top tier. This is S tier. And I don't want this just to be on my shelf, but I want it to be on everybody's shelves. Before we begin, I just want to say don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying my content, and don't forget to like the video. We're almost at 100 subscribers. First one we're gonna start with is CeraVe. CeraVe, I would say, is used by everybody at least once. Their moisturizer has been used so many times by me. I still use the CeraVe moisturizer. I actually have 3 bottles of it right now sitting on my counter. But I would have to say, in terms of magically changing my skin, in terms of a skincare item being so life-changing, they just don't have it. But what I do love about CeraVe is that it's reliable. It's gentle. My skin has never once gotten a breakout or any type of irritation from a CeraVe product. For that reason, I will have to put CeraVe at It's a Staple. Next, we have the Good Molecules. If you haven't heard the Good Molecules before, maybe you've seen this. This is their most viral item, the discoloration serum, which I have used time and time again. I have went through bottles after bottles after bottles of the discoloration serum. I would say this is also a very, very accessible and cheap brand. You can find it at the drugstore just like CeraVe. In terms of how well their products worked, as I mentioned before, I have used so many bottles of the discoloration serum. Have I seen a difference? No, I don't think I have. Unfortunately, I really was hoping on it though, because it's so cheap. It's like $10 for one of these bottles, and I use up the whole thing and I spread it all over my face. But yeah, no, I just don't think that it did anything for me. I know people have told me before in their experience that it has worked, but for me personally, it did nothing. As well as a bunch of their other products. I'm sorry, the Good Molecules. Very affordable though, and you know what? If it works for you, it works for you. It is another gentle formula. I've never gotten irritation from the Good Molecules. I would have to put the Good Molecules at a little iffy. Next is Neutrogena. This brand has quite possibly been used by all generations. I've used all of your face washes, and I would have to say it's not a good face wash. I'm so sorry. I feel like the kind of relationship I have with Neutrogena is that you are my partner, but we've kind of lost the love for each other, but we're still riding on that emotional nostalgia. It is time for us to break up. Goodbye, Neutrogena. Next, we have La Roche-Posay. La Roche-Posay is, I would say, a recently popular brand in the last few years or so. And honestly, they have a lot of good products. Everything that I've tried has worked for me. Yeah, I would say it's all pretty solid. No matter what, I can always go back to CeraVe. Can I always go back to La Roche-Posay? It really just depends. I would say it's kind of in between pretty good and It's a Staple, but in the end, I would have to put it at It's a Staple. Next is The Ordinary. We all know The Ordinary. This is how we know The Ordinary. It became wildly popular after Hyram introduced it a couple years back. Everybody was buying their hyaluronic acid. Everybody was buying their AHA BHA serum. Everybody was buying their glycolic acid, me included. I have used almost every single one of those serums. Honestly, pretty damn good. There is one product that really sticks out from The Ordinary for me, and it is their hyaluronic acid, which is their most popular product. I actually used to have I thought it was permanent, if I'm being honest. I thought I had a permanent dry spot right in the middle of my forehead, and it was caused by a dermatologist prescribed ointment. I would put it on my forehead and it gave me such a rough, dry patch, like my skin was literally flaking off. And the only thing that was able to cure it and actually moisturize my skin was the Ordinary hyaluronic acid. Props to you, The Ordinary. You deserve it. Another thing, super affordable. All of their products are basically $10 or less. I would say their AHA, BHA peeling solution is a bit rough on the skin. Overall, really, really good formulas. I feel like their formulas just get better the more that I try them. And I think I will continue to keep having The Ordinary in stock for me. So, The Ordinary, you are going to be a staple. Well deserved. Coming right up after The Ordinary is the Inky List. If you guys have heard of the Inky List, then you know The Ordinary. They're basically twins. The Inky List's main competitor is The Ordinary. The Ordinary's main competitor is the Inky List. The Inky List, I think, is a little bit cheaper if I'm not mistaken. Let's compare. The Inky List, however, I have tried their products. Not as many products as The Ordinary, but the ones that I have tried, it doesn't seem to do anything at all. Not that it's necessarily rough on my skin. I guess it's gentle because it doesn't really do anything, but I've tried a lot of their products and I just don't really notice a difference when I use it. And their oat cleansing balm, I've never really been a texture person. I don't really like it. And I feel like I still have product left on there. Super gentle though, so if you have very sensitive skin, you could go with the Inky List. But for me personally, I didn't really notice the difference and I think it's gonna go in a little iffy. The next brand we have is Youth to the People. I will die on this hill. I love Youth to the People. Really expensive, but I think it is so worth it. Their superfood cleanser, I actually feel like it's cleansing my skin. I can feel the pull of the dirt and grime in between and inside, all up in my pores. I love how it's not too harsh on my skin. It's gentle, but it's not super gentle to where it isn't doing anything. I still feel the effects. Moisturizer is so good. Youth to the People, you are going in. I will die on this hill. Alright, next we have Kiehl's. Kiehl's is a more recent discovery for me. Not necessarily like I didn't know about this brand beforehand, but I just recently tried it. Life changing. I tried their products first when I was in Asia. After that, I fell in love with it. I think Kiehl's is great, especially for dry skin. Their moisturizer is so moisturizing, and I have oily skin. I love the way it feels on my face. It doesn't feel oily. My face just feels so loved. Will I say it's an I will die on this hill? You are great. Are you worth the price? I think so, but I don't know if you are an I will die on this hill yet. I think you will be it's a staple. Okay, next is Fresh. I'm not exactly sure how popular Fresh skincare is. I was introduced to it because I worked at Ulta, and I know some of their products do tend to go viral. I know the fragrance is really nice smelling, you feel clean. Fresh is one of the products that actually broke me out. My skin was never so sensitive. I tried their rose toner. The rose toner absolutely just broke me out, and after that I was so scared to even try any other product, but I did anyways, and it did not help either. I feel like their products are just not right for me. Also, it's just really expensive. I feel like I can get even better quality with a different brand. I just don't think it's worth the price. Never repurchase again. We're here at our final brand, First Aid Beauty. I used to be a fab warrior. I use their products religiously. Over time, however, my skin has become more sensitive to their products, and whenever I put on their face wash, holy, my eyes burn. My eyes are like crying afterwards. It works. I mean, I feel it. Like, it feels really, really good to have it on my skin. If you look at their Black Friday sales or any type of sale, First Aid Beauty has really good deals. So if First Aid Beauty comes off as a little bit too expensive at first, go ahead and buy one of their packaged travel deals and you'll be able to try their products and you'll be able to see how good it is. I know they're also really popular for their body care as well. I have tried their body care and it's pretty good. First Aid Beauty, you're one of my oldest loves. It's a staple. Alright, so this is the final ranking. Let me know if there are any brands that I missed that you want me to rank. Also, before this video ends, I just want to say keep in mind that these are all subject to change in the future. Brands are always improving, they're always changing their formula. I may end up changing my mind in the future. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!